Tonight, we are following public school issues in both Baltimore City and Baltimore County.
State lawmakers are pushing to allow the Baltimore County Inspector General to investigate the public school system, which receives more than half of the county's budget.
And in Baltimore City, parents at Francis Scott Key Elementary School are frustrated as their children are being sent to another school for at least a month after a mold problem in the hallways and bathrooms.
Can someone please clearly ensure us that our children, whether it's going to be 6 months from now, a year from now, will have health concerns?
We have team coverage tonight as Jeff Abel is looking into the new bill in Baltimore County.
But we begin with Keith Daniels and the questions from parents in Locust Point. Keith.
Wakai Baltimore City school officials hired an environmental firm to handle that mold issue at Francis Scott Key Elementary Middle School. They say because the mold was, quote, not disturbed when it was discovered, student and staff were not in any danger. And tonight, an update from school officials for concerned parents. Francis Scott Key Elementary Middle School in Locust Point shut down, at least for now. Closed after mold was discovered behind walls. Baltimore City school officials say nearly 600 students will now be bused across the city to the former Thurgood Marshall Middle School building on Sinclair Lane, starting next week for at least a month. At Digital Harbor High School Thursday afternoon, school officials there for a meeting with parents, an update on the system's plan of action, and with answers primarily about the mold found at the school.
No elevated levels in the interior space, and that the black mold that most are concerned about was not indicated in the report.
Still concerned.
I am concerned about any type of later ramifications of health concerns coming out later while they may not appear now.
School officials say on January 6th, a pipe burst in a heating unit at Key Elementary Middle, and water seeped into several classrooms. When crews arrived to make repairs, they opened a wall and found mold. At the time, some classes were moved to other parts of the building, but after further investigation, school officials decided to close down the school and have students begin learning remotely. Back at the meeting Thursday, more worried parents, including one father, about the swing space, the temporary location for students.
What does the space look like? Is it clean? Is it secure? Is it safe? And is it conducive to learning?
How long is this going to be going on? What's the process with everything? Like, as we know what the processes are, but how long is all this going to take until they get back to their school?
Things are constantly changing.
Daily.
And, you know, we've gone from here's the start date to no, here's the start date. And no, we're going to do another virtual learning day. And then we're, you know, things that just keep changing, and everyone's trying to work together to make it happen, but it's very hard for working parents.
Well, school officials did present a timeline at that meeting today. They say virtual learning for students will continue through February 3rd. They say in-person learning begins at Thurgood Marshall February 4th, with a planned return to Francis Scott Key March 2nd. Now that's pending clearance. Pending the clearance, they return March 2nd. We'll keep you posted. We're live tonight. Keith Daniels, Fox 45 News.